Picture two titans, not clashing with Mjolnir and repulsor blasts, but with words, with convictions, and with the heavy weight of their very different philosophies. Their battleground wasn't a decimated city, but the very soul of heroism. We often see the Avengers as heroes against villains, clear-cut battles of good versus evil. But what if the most profound, most heartbreaking conflict they ever faced wasn't against an alien overlord or a genocidal robot, but against each other? Welcome. Today, we're diving into the heart of the Avengers' enduring saga, a conflict that transcends mere fisticuffs and costume design, the ideological struggle between Captain America and Iron Man. It's a compelling, timeless debate, one that pits the cherished ideals of freedom against the compelling need for security. And it proves, time and again, that the most enduring battles are not between good and evil, but between two different, yet valid ideas of what is right. At one corner, we have Captain America, Steve Rogers. He is, in many ways, an anachronism, a man out of time, yet eternally relevant. His core belief system is forged in the crucible of World War II, where he witnessed the insidious nature of power, even well-intentioned power, unchecked. For Cap, individual liberty and personal responsibility are paramount. He champions the right of heroes to act according to their conscience, to follow their moral compass, even when it diverges from official mandates. He trusts people. He trusts the individual to make the right choice, believing that external control can too easily lead to corruption or the suppression of necessary action. His mantra, echoing through the corridors of power and the rubble of battlefields, is clear: the safest hands are still our own. Then we turn to Iron Man, Tony Stark. A brilliant, charismatic, yet deeply flawed genius, Tony is haunted by his past mistakes. From the weapons manufacturing that fueled conflicts to the creation of Ultron, a supposed global defense system that nearly wiped out humanity, Tony carries a heavy burden of unintended consequences. These experiences have shaped his philosophy, a profound belief in order, control, and government oversight to prevent disaster. He sees accountability as not just a moral imperative, but a practical necessity. His argument is equally compelling. If individuals, even superpowered ones, can cause such devastation, shouldn't there be a system in place to rein them in, to provide oversight, to ensure responsibility? His desperation to atone for past errors fuels his desire for a safer, more regulated world. This fundamental philosophical divide is the engine behind their most compelling stories. It simmered beneath the surface in Age of Ultron, where Tony's reckless pursuit of global security through AI led to catastrophe, proving Cap's point about unchecked power. But it exploded into full view, undeniably and tragically, in Captain America: Civil War. The Sokovia Accords, a UN mandate demanding oversight of enhanced individuals, became the flashpoint. For Tony, the Accords represented a necessary evolution, a way to prevent the next Ultron, the next Sokovia. He had witnessed the destruction firsthand, felt the weight of public outcry, and was convinced that self-governance by a team of super soldiers was no longer a viable or ethical solution. He genuinely believed that signing the Accords was the only way to avoid a harsher, perhaps more totalitarian crackdown later. It was about preventing worse outcomes, about collective responsibility. But for Steve, the Accords were a slippery slope. He had seen Hydra infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D., a seemingly benevolent organization. He knew that oversight, no matter how well-intentioned, could be corrupted, twisted, and used to serve agendas that were anything but just. To hand over the authority to decide where and when heroes could act, to surrender their conscience to a panel of politicians, felt like a betrayal of everything they stood for. For him, the question was not just if they should be controlled, but who would control them, and to what end. He feared that giving up their autonomy meant giving up their ability to do what was truly right, independent of political influence. The emotional depth of Civil War isn't found in a simple hero versus villain dynamic. It's in the deep personal connections that shatter, the genuine belief on both sides that they are doing what is right. It's the tragedy of two good men, both driven by noble intentions, finding themselves on opposing sides of an unbridgeable chasm of ideology. The airport battle isn't just an epic showdown, it's a physical manifestation of their philosophical deadlock, where every punch landed carries the weight of a broken friendship and a fractured ideal. Ultimately, neither side truly wins in civil war. The Avengers are shattered, their unity irrevocably broken. The world isn't safer, it's left vulnerable, as Thanos would soon prove. This lack of a clear victor is precisely what makes the conflict so powerful and enduring. It forces us, the audience, to grapple with the same complex questions. How much freedom are we willing to sacrifice for security? When does oversight become overreach? Who truly holds the power, and how should it be wielded? The ideological struggle between Captain America and Iron Man teaches us that the most compelling narratives, much like the most challenging real-world dilemmas, rarely offer simple answers. They don't pit pure good against pure evil, but rather two different, equally compelling visions of what a just and safe world should look like. It's a testament to the brilliance of their creators that these characters remain so resonant, because their struggle reflects the very questions we grapple with in our own lives every single day. What are your thoughts on this fundamental conflict? Which side do you find yourself leaning towards, and why? Share your perspectives in the comments below. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more explorations into the fascinating depths of our favorite stories. Until next time, keep pondering the deeper battles.